been working on that thing for weeks. What kind of lightsaber could he possibly build with the junk we have laying around?
What is up, guys? Akodo back with another video. And this week, I actually don't have an unboxing to do. This week, I'm actually going to be showing you a build that I made using saber parts from Crimson Dawn and parts that I found from Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot. It's kind of funny how this one came around. I was literally at Home Depot and was walking around looking for. Can't remember what I was looking for, but I was looking for something, and I happened to be going through the plumbing section and saw this drain pipe for a sink, and the first thing I thought was, wow, this looks like it could be a lightsaber, and I've wanted to build my own in the thread of the way that things were done in the original movies. Because in the original movies, they didn't have, people just making these things from pre-existing components. They literally took, camera flash handles, old grenades, car parts, windshield wiper blades, and just slapped it all together and said, "Here's your lightsaber, Luke. This was your father's, this was your daddy's, but it's now yours." So I saw that and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try my hand at this. And so this build has gone through a couple of different marks, we'll say. So with me right now, I've got the original Mark 1 design. I tried to put electronics into it. This is an empty hilt, with the exception of that little button right there. So yeah, it's literally a drain with some PVC fittings on the end, leather wrap that I had, and the electronics in it. I got originally just a stunt kit with a green blade, single color, and I got that from Outer Rim Saber parts on Etsy, not to be confused with the different store with the same name. And then I went to Walmart and bought a toy lightsaber, little flip sword like I used to have when I was a kid, and tried to solder the stunt kit to the board. It worked for a little bit, but things kept shorting out. I tried various things to make that work. Even bought a fully functioning, little core, and that ultimately didn't work out too well, just because the little male-to-male coupling that I was using for part of a pommel wouldn't sit right. It just kept being loose and screws kept falling out. So I ultimately scrapped that idea. And what I ended up doing, because I don't like to give up on things, was ordering parts from different places, like I said, like Crimson Dawn, mostly from Crimson Dawn. And I was like, well, see if I can't get close to it. But as I was looking, I was like, all right, I know that the male end of this piece will fit inside of this drain pipe. So just today, I went out and got another drain pipe. And what I came up with was this. All right. Everything from here down is the exact same as the other one. This is a drain pipe. I just cut it down to size to take the threaded end off of it. Same style pommel that's made from PVC. Painted black, obviously. You got the flange part from the drain, and you got the gasket and washer from the drain pipe. Everything else is covered tech extensions and a male-to-male coupling to give me the emitter that I like, because I like having the cross guard. The idea was to give it a bit of a katana feel, because I love Japanese culture and history, especially the samurai and like Bushido and things like that. I wanted to also pay a little bit of homage to one of my favorite lightsabers, which was Yun's from Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, and also like Obi-Wan and Luke's style of emitter that they had. So I was excited today because I literally just got this thing together today, figuring that all this stuff worked together. The core that I got in it, I do believe is a Dark Wolf core. So at the heart of my do-it-yourself build is the heart of a wolf. So thanks to Johnny and Dark Wolf for that. They do make some really great stuff. Their electronics are bar none. I wanted to kind of add a little bit of accentuation on that to give it a bit of like that little thumb screw. The only thing that I miss are the windows that would have been here from the overflow on the drain pipe, but I can live without that because I can actually fit a regular, lightsaber blade inside of there instead of using what I was using before, which was PEX pipe. That was my blade was PEX pipe, and it kept getting scratched, and it just looked terrible. All my friends were like, "Oh no, it looks great," but I'm like, "No, I can see the scratches. It's driving me crazy," and I'm a bit, retentive when it comes to things looking clean on this. So this is the saber. I'm gonna go ahead and put the blade into it, and we're gonna start it up. I'm gonna show you what it can do, and as a first on this channel, I'm actually going to go outside and swing it around outside after dark, since it's nice and dark outside. That's the wrong blade. This is the right blade. So I also want to give a shout out to Odimakes, who provided a lot of I guess we could say a lot of wisdom and insight into how to do things like this. I can't say how much I've watched his videos, seeing how this stuff was done, and just wishing that I had, a table saw and a drill press, because I did want to put one of the Dark Wolf cores in my Mark 1, but when I went to drill holes, it was it's a little crooked. It was really bad. Ended up throwing that one away. And of course to Luke at Age of Sabers, who these guys, they've been really encouraging to me, as well as Johnny from Dark Wolf. I've had a lot of encouragement on this build. And the thing that I'm really liking about this is I really feel that this stays to the heart and the soul of what made the original Star Wars trilogy, as far as the props and everything, as great as it was, because everything was really there. Everything was do-it-yourself. Everything was DIY. Everything was just manufactured by what they had on hand. And that is what I did with this. And so, enough talking about it. Let's go ahead and turn it on.
Power on.
Sound font is Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order. I wanted to use that font specifically because throughout the game, Cal, you could modify, the lightsaber, and when he rebuilt his own, that's the sound that it had, and so I liked it. Of course, it does have all the standard RGB baselit features: blaster deflection, blade lockup, and the smooth swing is legit. Yep. You do have flash on clash. The blade is yellow, as you can tell, and that is a nod also to Yun. Because like I said, when I saw his lightsaber, it was yellow. It was the first time you'd see a yellow lightsaber in the Star Wars universe. I was like, oh yeah, I want that. So, this is it. This is my Home Depot build, do-it-yourself lightsaber that I've been excited to finally say that it's done. And, finally show it off. I definitely encourage people who are just into building these lightsabers, try it out, man. Do it. Go on out to Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever you got around, Ace Hardware even, and build something. Make it yours. Whatever really speaks to your force. Because that is truly what a lightsaber is. It is a reflection of the Jedi that wields it. Everything from the hilt to the crystal that powers it. So, like I said, I definitely encourage people to get into building. Buying sabers that are pre-made are great, but if you want to like step your game up just a little bit, definitely go out and try to build something. It might not look great. It might take some time, but it's definitely worth it in the end.
Keep running into low batteries.
Alright, guys. As always, I appreciate everybody who's tuned in and watched. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We've got 8 subscribers, which is not bad for the first month, but I'd like to see that number grow. So if you don't mind, man, please hit that subscribe button. Let everyone know about what we're doing here if you enjoyed the content. Again, I appreciate y'all tuning in and watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.